Hello and welcome to Sticks and Stones episode 37.
Today on Sticks and Stones, we will see what the ladies have been working on this spring. And we're also going to sugar pansies and sugar mint leaves. Join us. Guten Tag!
I suppose we should introduce ourselves. I forgot about that part. I'm Julia.
I'm Sue. Nice to meet you.
Too. It's been a long time.
Yeah, we forgot how to do this.
Spring has been a whirlwind.
Yes.
And now we are at the end of May, so I apologize to all of you who've been waiting with bated breath for us to return.
But if you do have bated breath, and I'm not really sure what that means, we have a solution for you today. We have mint leaves that we're going to sugar, and if you eat them, it tastes kind of like, it's really good.
I'm excited to try. I haven't tried one yet, so this is going to be fun.
Yes.
Something I've never done before. But we should start out. I admit we never did the drawing on air for the April person winner of our knit along, so I have that today. And we'll drum roll. Because it's long overdue. Her name is Serena Darren. It's number 20 of our knit along. So contact me and I will get you a prize for participating. Thank you so much.
Thank you for participating.
Yeah. So on that note, we are still continuing on, and there's been a lot of new entries.
Awesome.
People are finishing things. I'm finishing some things and taking out more. I think I must have started and ripped out 6 or 7 different things.
I think that these types of projects are like Medusa. When you finish one, 2 new ones sprout.
Yeah, or you go to make a nice, delicious sugared leaves and end up making cookies.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Exactly. You finish one project and 2 more come out of it.
Yes. Yeah, well, I've been doing a lot of preparation for the Zombie Apocalypse, which is coming up next month.
Ooh.
And I'm part of the designer showcase.
Really?
So, yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Congratulations.
Yeah, there's a bunch of us. It was all volunteer. If you wanted to do it, you could. If you didn't, you didn't have to. So I've been trying to make nice samples for my patterns so that nobody has to look at my already worn socks, which aren't nearly as pretty as when they're brand new.
Oh my gosh.
So I've been working on that. That's
and so you're actually going to it? Mm-hmm. And where is it?
It is in Rochester, Minnesota.
Rochester, Minnesota.
Yeah. Vacation. I'm excited. Yes. I don't care where it is. I'm just excited to go.
Can people still sign up to go?
No, it's done. It's been there's a wait list. It's been probably 6 months since it filled up. So, and everybody's now on the countdown, and there's a knit along, and there's a swap, and there's people vending who are getting all of their lovely things put together. It's going to be a market and a yarn crawl and a 5K and food and fun and knitting. So
wow, it gets bigger and bigger every year, doesn't it?
Well, this is only the 2nd year.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was going on longer than that.
No.
Wow. It sounds like it's grown a lot since last year. Having never been there and I know nothing about it, just when you're talking about it.
Well, I think it's probably just easier to organize. After you've done it once, I'm sure that after that it's going to be a lot easier to organize. So, but I'm very excited nonetheless to go and hopefully see some of you guys there.
Yes.
That would be cool.
That'll be fun.
So, do you want me to show what I?
I'd love to see what you're working on.
Well, I've made halves because it's just faster. So I've made one mitt. This is my hearth mitt. There.
Nice.
And I'll have this there for everyone to see.
I like the color.
Yeah, it was a nice, fun, quick thing to do. So that'll be there. And I've made one breakwater sock, which has chevrons on it.
I like that a lot.
There's the back side. So that'll be there.
So are you going to be one of those people that, you know when they do the bridegroom?
Oh, yes.
Be like, you knitted, no knitted? That's what you should go as.
This.
Yeah. No, you should have like the sock on one foot and half a sweater on.
Oh, no, I've talked about that too. Because
and then the line down your face, I don't know what you'll be on the other side. You'll be sad. Because I'm not knitted on this side.
Oh gosh. Well, there will be a lot of fun things to look at. And I will have some things that are done.
I organize the zombie knit apocalypse. It's very different.
I think yours will be a little bit more fly by the seat of your pants.
You think? Mine would be more like unraveling the seat of my pants.
Oh, you're funny. But
and so those two will be featured at the the zombie knit pop.
Yeah, I'll be bringing these along.
The zombie zip pop.
The zombie knit pop.
I had to think really hard to say that.
Yeah, so I'll have my stuff there, and a lot of other people will as well. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, and their knit along, they decided this year to give you entries into a drawing by either knitting one of the designer's patterns or one of the market vendors' yarns. So there's a nice combination of things that people can try out things ahead of time. So this is my entry to that, and this is by another one of the girls. It's going to be there, Angelina McGarrett.
So pretty.
And this is called Linda's Farm. And I love it. I've been meaning to make this for like 2 years.
I think that it actually matches my outfit here today. Look at that.
It's soft. This is
a little too much maybe, but
Sun Valley Fibers silk cashmere.
See, I want to wear things like this. Look how gorgeous I
love that. It's pretty. It's your colors too.
It is.
I'll let you borrow it.
Okay. Just sign it out like a library card.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what
Don't eat spaghetti.
Oh, I know. This is a not washable. Nice hand wash only. So, but that's what I made for the knit along.
That's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a number of them, and it doesn't matter what color you do. They're all beautiful. I just love chevrons. I love chevrons right now. They're fun.
So what else?
Oh, you know what? I never did show you guys the sweater, the birthday sweater.
Oh,
it's finished. It was finished a while ago. It was finished in time for the birthday, and it fits her wonderfully, and she really likes it. So
it's so cute.
There it is.
It's so cute.
It's
looks like a dandelion.
Yeah, it's tunic length on her, and I think I'm gonna write it up. I haven't figured that much out yet, but there's the back, and it's just got a simple little pattern down the front and then around the bottom, and we put little seed pearls down the front so that it was just a little bit of bling. She wanted them all the way around, but I told her it wouldn't feel good to sit on the pearls, so we did it down the side. So I was really happy with that.
It is really beautiful.
Yeah.
And she'll be able to wear it for a long time.
Yeah, it's a size 12. So she's 10 this year, so hopefully it'll last her at least a year or so. And it can keep getting shorter and shorter as long as it goes around her body. They tend to grow longer before they grow wider anyway.
Right.
So
if not, you just slit it up the back and put a big triangle in the middle.
I know. I haven't gotten to the cutting my knitting yet, and that just like gave me a heart attack. Like. So that's what I finished, and then I've been working really hard. Remember the Old Town? That was like last year.
Yes.
I pulled it out thinking that I would wear it at the retreat since it's a nice spring weight, and it's almost done. I have an 1.5 inches to go, and then I have to block it. That's my big concern right now, is because word of warning, people who like to put projects away and pick them up later, your gauge might change, which mine did. It changed, and now it's a little small. I'm knitting it too tightly. So I'm hoping when I get it done, it will block out bigger. But
it's so pretty.
So that's it. And it's kind of hard to see the bottom right now, but it's got another 2 inches or so to go for the length on the bottom, and then it's got little short sleeves. And it will be done too. This is Old Town by Carol Sunday in Madeline Tosh Merino Light.
Wow, and you remembered all of that.
I do. It's
after picking it up.
The computer. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so hopefully this will be done and you guys will get to see it soon. Very soon. That's what I've been doing. Short and sweet.
Nice.
How about you?
I finished my mogul. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
I tried to break it today.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I can't fit it in the whole thing.
It's big. Here, I'll just pull it up a little bit and down a little bit.
You can shorten it. It's going to be sent to someone as a gift. It's a long overdue baby gift. So this is the little flying one at the bottom. And then the other birds on the other sticks.
Yeah, they're all sitting and having a nice little chat.
Yes, they are.
It's really cute.
So, yes, I finally finished it. I kept trying to finish it, and the cat tried to help. He took all the birds one day and spread them out around the house. He took this string one day and spread that around the table. So, it's been really a family project. Today I hung it up, and he was playing with this guy down here, and he was batting it around. So I'm not really sure if he's trying to tell me that he wants one of his own.
Put a little catnip in it.
Oh, he does not need catnip. I really like the flying birds. Yeah. That was my addition to this pattern. Is from Spool, so the pattern, the bird itself, little bird sitting, are their pattern, which is this body as well. But then I made wings for it, and so now I have flying ones.
Cute.
So maybe one of these days I'll make a mobile that's all flying birds.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that this is about my, I can't remember. This might be the 8th one I've made, and I've yet to make one for myself. So that's my project for the summer, is to make a mobile for myself.
Yeah.
And actually my daughter asked for one for her room. There is none in my house, but I've given them to other people. So anyway, so I'm done with my birds.
That's really cute.
And other than that, it's been, you know, taking advantage of the springtime. So, should we drink up?
Ooh!
I made some lemon balm mint tea.
And this one's safe for us to drive home with, right?
Yes.
Unlike the cranberry cordial.
Yes. Well, actually, what I've been finding is this with a little vodka is very good.
Yes.
I guess that's sort of what sweet tea is, right? The sweet tea that you buy. Is it vodka?
I don't know.
Or I don't know. I've never bought it. But there's a sweet tea. It's called sweet tea.
Okay.
But I can't remember what it is. But anyway, I made some of this the other day, and I was looking online to just see how other people do it, and realized that I couldn't find anyone that made it this way, which is all of them had tea bags in them, and this is just boiling water and then putting the whole plant in. So it's lemon balm and mint, and you just put it in the boiling water and then let it steep for a little bit, and add some sugar.
It tastes like a lemon drop, like a piece of candy.
I don't like to add too much sugar to mine. I only add a little bit, so you can add more sugar to make it sweeter.
I don't think you need to. It's really good. It's nice.
Actually, what sometimes I do is I make lemon balm tea, and then I use that to make lemon balm ice in the ice cream maker. Because normally when you do it, you make a simple syrup, and instead of making the simple syrup with water, I use this.
That's a good idea.
And then it gets super lemony.
That's really nice. Yeah.
So anyway, so I made that, and today we're gonna continue with that theme, and we're gonna sugar pansies and sugar mint leaves.
Yeah, I'm excited
because you can eat them.
This will be a whole new experience for me. Never did this before, so
it'll be fun. So join us.
Come on back.
On today's DIY, we're going to sugar pansies and mint leaves. And so what we're going to do first is we're harvesting the pansies and the mint leaves. And so these are the pansies in my garden. I bought these at a garden store, and they've gone through several blooms, so I feel pretty confident about harvesting them and eating them. I wouldn't do that right from the store because I don't know if they've put chemicals on them or fertilizers. And so basically I'm just going to snip a couple off. I'm going to leave a stem so that I can pick it up when I want to sugar it and put them in my little bowl. And so I'm just going to choose some nice little flowers here. And there's a lot of different edibles. There's nasturtiums. These here are mint leaves that I'm going to cut off to use for sugaring. You can actually, if you don't have pansies in your garden, you could go to some specialty stores have edible flowers for sale. I know Wegmans does. I've bought them there. But often if you ask in the produce department, they can tell you if they have edible flowers. And so we have a few here that we're going to start with, and now we're going to sugar them. So the next thing we're going to do is just wash and dry the pansies. There's a lot of pollen out there right now. So I'm just going to rinse them off very gently. Pansies are fairly hardy, and just shake them and put them on a towel. Some people think that you could just pick them and use them. I always think, I don't know if the squirrels out there were peeing on them. So I like to rinse them off. So, and then you can just pat them dry real gently. They actually, you can see that they pretty much repel water, so you don't have to do much to dry them, but you can just pat them and then let them sit for a few minutes to air dry, or put them out in the sun just real briefly. You don't want them to wilt. The mint leaves take a little bit longer to dry, but these guys, if you give them a good shake, they should dry. So in order to sugar our pansies and our mint leaves, what we need is an egg, and we just need the egg white. So you can use an egg separator, or you can just use the shell. You just crack the egg, and open it carefully in one side, and the egg white will come out. And then you flip it to the other side and shake it a little bit, and all the egg white will come out. And then you can save the yolk for something else. And I'm just going to rinse my hands quick. I suppose I should say the disclaimer here of if you're pregnant, nursing, or a child, you shouldn't eat these because they're made with egg yolks, and you could die of salmonella poisoning. So far, I've eaten a lot of cookie dough in my life, and I've never died. So I'm going to continue eating it. But anyway, you add a half a teaspoon of water, and then just mix it up real nice. Whip it a little bit. And this just thins the yolk out a little, or I'm sorry, the white out a little bit, so that you have a nice mixture to spread on the pansy. So you just take a pansy, dip your brush in, some sort of a food safe brush, and just start brushing the egg white on. Okay, just a little. There we go. And you can do the front and you can do the back. Just brush it all. I suppose if you're really particular, you could use a tiny brush and get in between all these little petals. Otherwise, it'll just come all together like one big piece when you sugar it. And then all you do is I'm using super fine sugar, and spread it on your pansy, and then shake off the excess. And now I'm going to spread it on the back. And shake off the excess. And then when you turn around, you can see, oh, I missed a spot there. If you really want to, you can go back and add a little bit more egg white in those spots. And sugar it again. I looked up several recipes online to see how other people did this. I've done this before without a recipe. Somebody just told me how to do it. You can see it's really pretty, and it's going to dry, and you're going to be able to see those colors a little bit better. Some folks take these and warm up the oven to 250 and then shut it off, and then put the pansies in the oven on a tray to dry them faster. Mine, you can see they're pretty hard. They look shiny, but they're pretty hard. I made these about an hour ago, and then they looked a little wet to me, so I just put them out in the sun for a little bit. So these are the pansies. And then for the mint leaves, it's exactly the same. Just pull off a little leaf of mint. And actually, I think the mint leaves are a little bit easier to do because there's not so many petals. Color it with your egg white. You could even dip it right in the sugar as long as you're going to be using the sugar just for this. Sugar both sides. And now there we have our mint leaf. And so these are some of the ones that I did. I actually think I did, now I moved them. This one I think I used regular granulated sugar, just the sugar I bake with, and this is the super fine. And you can see the granulations of the granulated sugar. The super fine I think just gives it a finer texture, but you could use both. Either one's fine, and I kind of wonder what they would look like if you used a real light colored sugar, like a pink or a yellow, and see, I wonder what they would look like then. So that's pretty much it. So you let them dry, you can store them in an airtight container, and then use them to decorate different types of things, which we'll see soon.
Alright, so I just go ahead and brush the egg then, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm going to ice some cookies and then put some lovely little sugared pansies on them, because, you know, we needed something to do with the pansies. Obviously they would look beautiful on cupcakes or a cake or or candies or cookies, or you could just eat them.
Right.
But this prompted me to make cutout cookies because, you know, that's what I needed to do today.
It's one more fun thing to do.
It is.
Two becomes one. Alright, and then we just sprinkle the sugar.
Yep, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle.
It's a little trickier to do the egg than I expected it to. I guess maybe because the flowers are not that they're not solid.
Right.
You
That's
know?
why it helps to have the stem to hold on to.
Yeah. Very interesting. Okay, so then we let it dry and we put the...
And then you can put... Yep, you can put it on the...
Oh, very cool.
The we just have wax paper on a... Yeah, you have to shake off the extra. And we just put wax paper on a plate and put them on there to dry. And so this one I'm just adding this little mint leaf like that.
Oh, cute.
To my star.
Now, what if you were to take the flour and just dip it in the egg? Could you do that?
Go ahead and try it and see what happens.
All right. Well, you gotta get it through. The egg has a strong surface. Ooh. Yeah, you would need a long stem for this part. But actually that worked. Ooh, I was wrong. Yeah, do not try this at home. My poor little flour has closed on itself, and now I have
well,
to
you could still sugar it
over.
like that, and then it'll be sugared as a closed flour.
True.
You just created a new type of sugared flour. But you can do these with any kind of edible. I have done violets before. I love little violets, and those are really delicate.
Yeah.
And tiny, and it takes some doing. It takes some patience, but it's, I don't know. It's not the kind. This isn't the type of project you do because you don't have a lot of time. Right. You know, this is one of those sitting in the sun, just wasting an afternoon doing something so silly and so fun that everyone goes, "Wow, that's really neat."
Yeah. Years ago, my daughter had a fairy party, and she wanted flowers, like edible flowers, in the ice cubes. And we were living in a place at the time where they didn't have hummus, let alone edible flowers in the grocery store. It was really kind of frightening. But the only flowers we could figure out to use were dandelions. So we just popped the heads off the dandelions and froze them in an ice cube tray. And they were good until they melted, and then all of the little girls were, "Ew, there's plants in my drink," you know, and it kind of, I don't know, that wasn't the
plan.
The best. But it was cute until they melted.
Yes. Well, you know, it's hard. It's actually hard to find edible flowers. I did a party and I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I made ice cubes. And I did go to Wegmans, which Wegmans is pretty upscale, so I figured they're going to have edible flowers if anybody is. And there was 2 teenagers working the front desk. They looked like they were both in high school. And I said, "Excuse me, do you have edible flowers?" And they said, "You mean like those chocolates that are shaped like roses?" And I said, "No, they're actual flowers that you can eat." And they looked at me like I had 3 heads, and they said, "Are you kidding me? You can eat flowers?" And I said, "Well, certain kinds, like nasturtiums and they looked it up on the computer, and they were amazed that in the computer it said that they had these and you could eat them, and so they called the produce department. But they thought this was the most amazing thing ever. Really, and they're like, "We should buy some of these, and then I should put them in the yard, and I should walk out there and start picking them and eating them, and I would freak out my parents." Children, you need to get outside more often.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
It was hilarious, because I was like, yes, they're real flowers, and you can eat them.
Well, I admit, I think that your flowers are going to be a lot prettier than mine. If you have a sensory issue, this is going to be difficult for you. I'll just put it that way. I don't typically have one, but the egg is kind of cold and a little slimy. And so, yeah.
Yes.
If you have an issue with that.
Look at the pretty butterfly with
oh, how beautiful.
So, I did try doing one of the flowers with colored sugar. And it got very, very heavy.
Okay, yeah,
because when you do colored sugar, the colored sugar has big sugar granules. Right. And it got very heavy. It looks pretty, and I'm still waiting for it to dry.
Yeah,
but
I can see these taking a while to dry.
But you can see that it's very floppy. It looks nice, because I did yellow sugar, but it's... I think once it dries and it's firm, it'll be very beautiful. It'll be really beautiful, but... Because it made it more yellow than...
Yeah, than the plain.
Than the regular ones.
Right.
But,
cool.
Yeah, they definitely take a bit to dry. I think this isn't something to do when it's humid.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
It would take forever. I can't get them to lay down. The other thing to know is however you lay them down and they dry, that's how they stay.
Right.
They're stiff. But you should try one of the mint leaves.
I think I'm going to. I was just contemplating that. All right, here we go. Wow.
Isn't that good? At first it's just sugar, and then it's like having really strong gum.
You know those sugar-coated like gumdrops that are shaped like fruit? Mm-hmm. It's like that, but real flavor, not the artificial,
but not
weird sugary flavor. Yeah, but that's what it reminds me of, and to think that it grows in your yard. How fun is that?
Yes.
I think we've, as a culture, kind of gotten off of the idea that artificial flavors had to have come from somewhere.
Right.
You know, they didn't just suddenly appear and someone said, this is what this tastes like. And I forget that the real thing is usually better than the fake. That was really tasty.
It was, wasn't it? That would be fun to have at a party. Okay, everyone, after dinner.
Yeah.
Like an after dinner mix.
Oh, yum. Yeah.
When we have big grown-up parties someday. Yeah. With wine and pretty dishes and sparkly silverware and yummy drinks.
Cheers. Well, I'm glad you guys came and joined us today.
Yes. I hope you're drinking and eating something really good, yummy too.
Yeah, give this a try and see what kind of goodies you can come up with, and we'll hopefully see you again real soon.
Yes.
Maybe at the zombie apocalypse.
Woohoo!
All right. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.